Lester Potts was not an artist, we thought. So amazingly, Dad was truly gifted that way the whole time, and we just didn't know it. Dad was rapidly descending into dementia. And lo and behold, he shows me that he has this beautiful ability. It changed the way I look at people who have disabilities. So in terms of my childhood, I enjoyed spending time with Dad. We just had a close relationship. There was never a doubt that Dad loved me and would do anything for me. Mother had told me some things that were happening with Dad before they moved. This really came to a head when he got a job parking cars. And unbeknownst to me, he began to lose cars, lock keys in cars. His co-workers couldn't find him. He was wandering around. This stuff was going on, and I really didn't know it. I got a call one day from a good friend of mine, and she said, "Can I come talk to you today about your dad?" She understood because she had had a family member that had dementia. That's what set us down the road to get a diagnosis and a treatment. Dad was rapidly descending into dementia. That was the day the bottom fell out. And I realized that I had let him down and my mother down because I didn't come up with the diagnosis soon enough. I didn't see the early signs. I wanted to be the best son I possibly could, the best physician I possibly could. And lo and behold, I felt like I had failed him as both. So that was not a good day. So things were getting rough at home with Dad, and I knew about Caring Days, which is an adult dementia daycare here in Tuscaloosa. And we tricked him. We said, "Dad, you know, that Caring Days place down there, there's some repairs that need to be done down there. Would you go down there and help them make some repairs at Caring Days?" "Sure, yeah, I'd be happy to go." So I think he even took his toolbox one day down there. Me being a novice at this at the time, I told Vicki Kerr, the director, I said, "I wish you had known Dad when he was still like my dad." Vicki just chuckled and shook her head. She said, "No, that's not the way we do things. We know and love the Lester we meet coming through the front door every day. That's the Lester that's here, and that's the one we have to love, and we have to join his world." And it blossomed Dad. We didn't know he had any artistic talent. He could build stuff, he was good with his hands, but not very aesthetic person was my dad. And he began to bring home this art, and he brought home a little hummingbird. That was his first painting. I wasn't there that day, but Mother said, "Honey, where'd you get that?" "I did it myself," he said. "Oh," she said, "did you trace it?" "I did it. I'm proud of my bird." Mother had been with Dad almost 50 years. She'd never seen anything like this, so it literally was amazing. Dad began to paint all these early childhood images. All of these things that had meant so much to Dad early on. And I think it was a way for Dad to revisit those times and those people and those relationships and color his own world, and eventually ours too, because we saw it as well. I just was not a believer. First of all, that Dad had anything like that in him, and second of all, that it would make him happy to paint. But both of those things were true. I'm a person who was looking at Dad as less than, was looking at Dad as something that was broken, something that was diseased, someone who was losing abilities. And lo and behold, he shows me that he has this beautiful ability. So it really changed the way I look at people who have disabilities. I try to look at them now as someone who has hope and promise, and not someone who is less than or is losing anything. Because there's so much there that can still get out. We just have to learn how to support them and help to bring it out. Help them to find their voice again, I like to say. After Dad passed away, I said, I'm going to be the evangelist here. I got to be the storyteller. So I thought about how can I do this? We began to think, we need to offer something to students. We need to create a program that combines Dad's story with the opportunity for students to meet people living with dementia and to participate in art therapy. And that's when we created Bringing Art to Life. And I'm so thankful that Dad is still inspiring countless people young and old, because of his story.